I think there's, like I said, bank of content is growing. So every day there's another video that went in, or there's another podcast that we spoke to someone, we're recording stuff like this. And then it's like, okay, I feel like overwhelmed thinking, right, okay, I've got to go back through that hour and find those little gems. You know, is that something that you can outsource to somebody? If so, what kind of, because I'm used to working in an agency with like a full team, you know, and then you bring in the production company and they've got a full team. So it's not like, and now it's just like, oh,
it's just me. Okay. Producer, director, creator, editor, all in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so for that, we're going through exactly the same thing right now, because this is something new to us in terms of starting to roll out podcasts. As I see on LinkedIn, everyone's now jumped on podcasts and Zoom calls and pre-recorded videos with X person and this person. So even for us, we're looking through it now. I finished a call earlier this morning, again, another hour. And now it's something, again, that I need to sit back through, to listen to the conversation, to pick out, okay, 7 minutes 22 to 7 minutes 59. I have that segment there, which it's something that you can't really avoid. But when it comes to the outsourcing, I think as long as you find partners that understand what messages you want to get put across, what you consider to be the valuable assets there, at least you let them run through it once, and you also have the option of listening back at, say, at a faster speed, just to kind of get through that content a bit faster. So say for that. So the next steps that we're taking now is we're kind of starting to meet with different people, understand their perspective, see what's their challenges right now, their opinions, and what their day-to-day now looks like. And then again, once we have that hour, we then look to take out what bite-sized bits of content we have. And then as the time goes by, it's going to allow for us just to kind of tailor and target our way through, because again, we kind of have to put out something to see how it's received from our audiences, because we have audiences which are, especially now, predominantly interested in the video side or filming, and they have this camera or this lens, or which right now it's not important for us. We need key decision makers who are looking to re-strategize and be on their toes and to adapt. So once you kind of understand that, you're going to be able to see what type of content you want to roll out. Because I think for yourself now, with what you told me, that, okay, you have the personal aspects of individuals who maybe they're in a position or a mindset for themselves to know, okay, maybe I need to see someone, or maybe I'm at that stage where I want to look for help. I don't know what help I need, but I'm going to start searching. But then you have, on the other hand, where you're targeting corporates, which the message can be quite different, because it's a different incentive at the end. It's if you're targeting individuals, or individuals are coming to you, you kind of already have them primed in a level where they're looking out for their own well-being, rather than if you're going to a CEO, you have it on a couple of levels to say, okay, you look at it from the commercial aspects, that better well-being and mental health will translate into better results for your business. You don't want to have people that aren't performing to the best of their ability because of stress or whatever challenges may be. Another one as well, that it is one of the ways of, say, PR in general. It's a way for companies to take an angle to show that they look after their staff, to attract new talent to come, which again, you're going to target that more towards a CEO or an MD, rather than an individual employee who just wants to find a way to bring back some work-life balance. So that's a big one. So initially, now you're good, at least that you have a big bank of content, because now the next step that I would tell you is to start going through it, or giving it to someone else to go through, or to try see how you can break it up. Yeah. You just said bye to 3 weeks of your life now until you can get through it all. But just to go through it and to try and dissect between different types of audiences from that content, and who might be the, say, best, say, customer or viewer for that type of content. And then once you roll out that will give you structure to know for what platforms you're posting on, what type of audiences you want to target. And it might just allow for that a bit of relief as a next step to think, okay, we have all this bank. We've now split it into 5 categories. And now in these 5 categories, we now can look at options to say, okay, on this podcast, we're going to speak about X, Y, and Z because we need to top up that pillar. For this video, we're going to focus on this, and we have this interview with this CEO because he wants to help his staff of employees of, say, I don't know, 50 staff members.